Perfect, and camera's rolling. And 3, 2.
This is our second Miracle Ranch update, and we're really excited to share with you some of the amazing things that have taken place. So here we go.
So one of the really exciting updates that we have for you guys is that my son was born on November 7th, 2023. He was 7 pounds, 13 ounces, super healthy. It was actually a miracle delivery because initially he wasn't healthy, but Jesus was in the room and we were praying for him and they got him recovered and now he's doing amazing. He was 6 weeks as of yesterday and he's putting on weight and it's been an amazing blessing and a huge adjustment.
One of our updates that we want to share with you guys is about Miracle Ranch LLC. Dakota recently created the LLC for us, and we've also opened up an account at Tri-Counties Bank so that we can begin to deposit funds that are actually going to help fund the ranch and the operations that are taking place there.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Now we have the bucket created so that God can pour out his blessings and his resources into our bucket. So everything's in place for him to be able to do that. And then not only that, we've actually created miracleranchshasta.com. So we procured our domain name and we're working on crafting the website and getting that up and running, but we're really excited about that. And that should be coming very soon.
I had an incredible opportunity to meet a man by the name of Anthony recently. He's from Australia, and as we were having our first conversation, I started sharing with him about Miracle Ranch and about what we're doing on the ranch. And one of the aspects that we plan on doing is gardening. We're gonna grow our own vegetables and raise our own crops so that we could feed the guys on the ranch. And as I'm sharing this with Anthony, he says, Nathaniel, I actually have traveled to different nations to show them how to do that and to become self-sustaining. And so Anthony has actually volunteered to come to the ranch and help us get that process set up and in place so that we can do that actual gardening ourselves. And he's more of an expert than either Dakota or myself. So God really blessed us by getting us connected with Anthony. Another exciting update is that we have purchased a travel trailer. We've named the travel trailer
Genesis,
because we believe that this is a new beginning for Miracle Ranch, and we're actually going to use this travel trailer as a bunkhouse for the guys. So we're going to actually go through the trailer and remove some of the different facets of it so that we can put more bunks in it, and hopefully we can house, we're guessing 3 to 4 individuals. It's a great start and a reasonable, economically, it's a good way to start and get a place for these guys to have a safe and stable environment that they can come to and get them off the streets into their recovery process.
Yeah, we're super excited about Genesis. It's really the inception of Miracle Ranch because it's the first large piece of equipment or the first large asset that we've purchased for Miracle Ranch, and it's very exciting. Not only that, we recently began having more meetings with a local businessman who actually has 17 acres out in Millville, if you guys are familiar with the Redding or Shasta County area, and he wants it utilized for growing crops. And so his vision is really closely aligned with our vision, and we've been meeting with him on an ongoing basis, and our plan is to begin working in January on his property, familiarizing ourselves with the land and the equipment and the process of growing food, because as of yet we have never done this on that scale. But we have Anthony and we have our friend who's the businessman and his equipment, and we're very excited to get started. There is a cost associated with using his land. He would like us to pay $2,000 a month to utilize the land as well as the house that's on the land. So we would have access to that as well, including his shed and his equipment, as well as the fencing that's already in place and the irrigation that's already in place. So there's pretty much everything there that we will need to begin Miracle Ranch in January of 2024.
The amazing thing about the fact that we're going to be starting in January is that in December of last year, December 18th, the vision of Miracle Ranch came to me while I was driving north on I-5, and here we are, December 20th, as we're shooting this video. So it's just been over 1 year since we started this discussion about Miracle Ranch. Many of you guys have been following me through this whole process, and then I met Dakota in March. And so God is just moving this thing forward very rapidly. And I want you to know how grateful I am that you've stayed with us during this process. And as we begin to get onto the property, get onto the land, we're going to be putting out invitations so that we can do worship, we can do prayer walks on the property. And this is so exciting that in just over a year, God has made this happen. It truly is. It's a miracle that we're going to be starting this thing next month.
Yeah. It truly is a miracle. The number of doors that have had to open and the people that we've had to meet and the resources that have fallen into place, it couldn't have possibly happened any other way. Jesus gets all the glory. And I wanted to, as we're closing out, share a word that I felt like the Lord gave me in one of my prayer times for this new season of life, because I had a birthday in November. My son was born in November. We're nearing the close of the year. It's been a year since the beginning of the vision for Miracle Ranch, and so I was praying into that with the Lord, and I really felt like He told me that the defining word for the coming year is going to be increase. And I felt like He was telling me that was going to be increase in manifestations of power as we're praying for people, increase in our awareness and our ability to experience His presence, increase in the size of our ministry and of the size of my family, increase in our experience of His peace and His joy. And so I really believe that that is the defining word for this coming season. And we're so excited that you guys have stayed with us through the ups and downs of this journey. And thank you so much for your patience as we've gotten our next video update out to you. We're just very grateful for your support. And if you are looking to support, prayer is always the number one way. We covet your prayers. We're so grateful for your prayers, because this doesn't happen without the prayers of the saints interceding for us before the Lord. And also, we're still praying into and searching out how the Lord wants to finance this project. And so if you could be praying for that as well, that He would open the right doors and close the wrong ones and make it so abundantly obvious how He wants to fund this project, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much for listening and tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video update.